Do you edit this out? This part? Oh, okay.
No, this is unedited.
Let's go, bitches.
Unedited. We are back. Over the Line Sports episode 4. I am joined in again because he would not leave after the first show. Sean.
How's it going, ladies and gents? How's she going?
Wearing the same clothes that I interviewed him in the first time. Same beer. I can't get this guy out of here.
Hey, simple guy, eh? Simple life, simple life.
Well, yeah. Simpler the better, I guess. Got a couple things to talk about today. Before we jump into the main topics, I wanted to take just a couple minutes to say rest in peace to Bobby Skinner. He was a Seattle kid, played for the Totems in the Western States, went on to play for Boise State afterwards. He was 22 years old when he passed. I know for you, Sean, that's a league you played in. That's a team you played for, so you can probably understand how those guys that played with him are taking that and kind of figuring out how to handle that.
Right. It's when you play for, when you play for any hockey team, it's like it's a family. Even when you move on, and our saying was T for L, Totems for life. So we didn't play together, but same team, same same environment, same coaches. So it still hits pretty close to home, but. Rest in peace, and, it's going bar down up there, and wish him and his family the best.
Yeah, no, definitely. Plus Murph, you played under Murph, he played under Murph. And
yeah, good old Murph dog.
Yeah, so rest in peace to Bobby Skinner. All right, so, like I said, a couple things we're jumping into today. The first one, this happened about a week ago. Andrew Luck has officially retired from the NFL. 29 years old. Really good quarterback, in my opinion. Maybe not as great as he was supposed to be. In his career, he was a 4-time Pro Bowl selection, threw 171 touchdowns with 81 interceptions, passed for 23,671 yards. He missed the entire 2017 season with a shoulder injury that he got towards the end of the 2016 season. He cited that the constant battle of getting injured, rehabbing, took a mental toll, kind of ruined his love for the game. So he said rather than continue to do something where he's not 100% happy and 2, not committing himself, he decided to retire. 29, he's young. It blew me away.
Yeah, honestly. I remember when he played at Stanford, he was a hell of a quarterback, man. This kind of sucks. He didn't really seem like he got the most help.
No.
I mean, he kind of was just out there on his own little island, and he can only do so much.
Yeah, and Ryan Grigson, the former GM of the Colts, was a fucking idiot. He never drafted offensive line help. And I don't care how good of a quarterback you are. If you don't have O-line help, you're fucked. I mean, you're going to get hit, you're going to get hurt, and you can only do so much. And, Luck, just the shoulder injury, especially, his throwing arm. I get it. It just came out of nowhere. But I wish him the best. I mean, the guy is intelligent as all hell.
Yeah, I heard he's a really good teammate.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. I saw videos. He gets hit. He says, "Oh, good hit. Good job. You
gotta love it, though.
You knocked me down. Good job."
I fucking love that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of guy you want. And it just... The shitty thing for him is coming out of Stanford, they were saying, he'll be better than Peyton Manning. or as good. And Peyton Manning, kind of set the bar for quarterbacks playing in Indianapolis, obviously. And Luck never really had... Well, I mean, I guess it's not fair to say that, but if he had more time, maybe he would have. But at 29, it kind of... I don't know if he's Hall of Fame material just because he only played for 7 years. I mean, the resume, but...
No, I don't think so.
He'll be like one of those... I mean, it's happened. One of those guys that retires in their prime. Barry Sanders did it. Luck's now done it. Rob Gronkowski did it the offseason. Calvin Johnson did it. And I think it kind of... People assume that it's a physical thing, but I think, as Luck has talked about it, Gronkowski's talked about it too, I think it's more of a mental game at this point. It's like you can recover from the physical injuries, but the mental toll it takes, I mean, especially on a guy like Gronkowski, who has more injuries than any player I can remember. I mean, the guy was just glass. So I think the mental toll, and then people called him soft, and the shitty fucking Indianapolis fans booing him when he's leaving the game in the 4th preseason game after they found out. That's bullshit.
It's fucked up. I mean, I get them being upset, but I guarantee you, I have a feeling that Indianapolis, the organization, kind of knew before.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what fans? I mean, they say they're gonna Andrew Luck's retiring. They're like, well, this season's fucked. We're not gonna sell any tickets. Like, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And I mean, I understand them being upset because of the timing of it, but I mean, he gave him everything he could. It's not like it's not like he played shitty.
Right.
I mean, he went out there and did his job.
Yeah.
To an extent. I mean, he didn't have much help.
Right.
And, you can't blame the guy. And yeah, like you said, the mental aspect.
Yeah.
I know from playing sports, like, mentally, if you're not there, you might as well not even be there physically.
Right.
Because mentally, if you're not mentally want to be there and mentally ready to go, you could be the best athlete in the world and you're still not going to make the impact that you should.
Oh, yeah.
And that you expect of yourself. And you can't blame, I mean, you can't, like, mental, it's such a touchy subject.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, I'm sure he wishes he had the answers and all that, but...
Yeah. Well, the shit that pisses me off, too, is fans assume that, oh, you're getting paid, this stupid amount of money, just tough it out. They don't... I think the fans, and I'm not going to say I don't do it also, but they forget that just like us, they're human. I mean, they're not super... I mean, sure, fuck me, they play sports for a living. That's fantastic. But the amount of stress that comes with that, especially being professional and the pay and the lifestyle you have to live in order to continue to play well, there's a mental game there that I don't think standard fans really understand, that, these guys are human. And they maybe take them for granted. They say, oh, you're supposed to perform for me every weekend. But...
Yeah, they're not robots.
No, exactly.
They're not robots. I mean, the one thing I do is kind of off Andrew Luck, but them playing professional sports, like, I feel like it's happening in every sport. Like, everything's getting a little soft. Like, I understand you want a concussion protocol and watch out, like, watch for the players and look for their safety, but, they're playing a game, a physical game. Right. I know growing up, like, obviously you want to look out for them, but I think it's just getting soft. Like, you can't help but sometimes, like, there's situations where you're going to hit the guy in the head and you can't do anything about it. Well, what are you going to do? Just let him get into the end zone? I mean, I don't know. I
think the one thing that I do appreciate about guys like Andrew Luck, they never come back and say, oh, well, football, they say, well, I know what I signed up for. I know what I'm doing. You understand the risk that comes with playing professional sports. And I think, the NFL has taken some protocols to, kind of reduce the CTE, because we've kind of seen what that has done. I just wish fans were more understanding that at the end of the day, yeah, he played football for a living, but the guy's still a human. He still has a family. I mean, he has outside shit he has to worry about too. He's not just a football player.
No.
But
and it's, he did all he could. That's all I can say. He did his best. I mean, I honestly think he gave it his all.
Yeah.
And I just wish him luck, and hopefully his retirement, I'm sure he'll find something to keep him busy.
The guy he has enough money, and he's been pretty adamant about wanting to travel, and
he'll find my ass on the beach.
Yep. Good old luck. So yeah, best of luck to him in his retirement, and good luck to the Colts. I watched Jacoby Brissett when he was in New England. He's a pretty good quarterback. He also played for the Colts when Luck was hurt, and they've kind of got an idea of what he can do. So I don't think they're totally fucked. I think they have an opportunity with that roster and Brissett to make some noise. I mean, there's not Luck, but so yeah, good luck to them. Fuck the Colts.
Yeah, I'm not a big Colts guy. Peyton Manning is obviously, when I was a kid, he was like the GOAT in a sense, but I just never, dude, I look at his face and I just fucking pisses me off. I'm like, I don't want to see his ugly ass smile anymore.
Papa John's ass pizza man.
Yeah, fuck Papa John's too.
Yep. So, happening this morning, actually, Jadeveon Clowney has been traded to the Seahawks, and the Seahawks gave for Clowney a third-round pick, Barkevious Mingo, and Jacob Martin. Clowney's stats from last year had 47 tackles, 9 sacks, forced a fumble, and had 3 fumble recoveries. What the hell is Houston thinking? That's all I got to say. Jesus Christ. Jadeveon Clowney, one of the best defensive players in the league. Seattle calls and say, hey, we'll give you a third-round pick, a bust in Barkevious Mingo, and a 6th-round draft pick that no one in the goddamn world has heard of, Jacob Martin, for Jadeveon Clowney. And Houston says, yep, he's all yours. Have him.
Thanks, Houston.
What the fuck? How does that even make sense? If I'm Houston, I don't want Mingo, and I don't want Martin. I want offensive linemen, which, I mean, Seattle doesn't have a great offensive lineman, but good Lord. You trade him for a third-round draft pick, which in today's NFL, third-round draft picks can be productive players in the league. I know that. But Barkevious Mingo is a special teams guy. I don't even know who Jacob Martin is.
Nope.
Do you know? I mean, you're a Seahawks fan. Do you know who that guy is?
I have no idea.
Seattle probably could have wrote my name on there, and Houston would have said, yep, that guy will work. We just want this fucking guy out of here.
I'm happy, though.
That's so stupid.
Thanks. I mean, Clowney's going to come in. I mean, Seattle's got just something about them. They always do. I mean, who would have thought? I mean, Seattle traded away so many guys.
If you're going to trade a linebacker, though, to Houston, if I'm Houston, I'm at least dangling Bobby Wagner. Like, give me Bobby Wagner.
How old is Clowney, though?
God, I think he's only 26.
Oh, fuck.
He's not.
Sign me up.
The only thing, there's a risk reward, I guess, is Clowney's going to sign his tender and play. He can't sign an extension until after the season's over. But he was pretty adamant about saying, he doesn't want to go to Miami. He didn't want Miami. He was pretty open about that. Seattle was his preferred destination. So assuming everything on Seattle's end works out and Clowney signs a long-term deal, Houston just got fucked.
Management is great over there in Houston.
Deshaun Watson's going to pull a Luck just because he gets hit so much, and they can't seem to get the right people. I mean, they traded their tackle, Houston did, to Seattle. They traded already an offensive lineman to Seattle. I forgot what they got for him. But then they trade Clowney to Seattle for a bust, an unknown guy. And and a third-round draft pick. That's what happens when you don't have a fucking general manager running the Texans. You trade your best players away for nothing.
You think he's going to make a pretty big impact
Clowney?
right away?
Oh, fuck me, yeah.
Yeah.
If they put him in the right position, I would just put him on the line and just say, you know what? Just
go do your thing.
go do your thing.
Go fucking knock some heads, guy.
I think the reason... I mean, 9 sacks. I mean, that's not anything to balk at. I think he was in the wrong system in Houston. I think I was reading something where he played linebacker more, which I'd put him on the line just because he's so fast and athletic and strong. The only thing, Houston, I think they're a pretty intriguing team just because of the players they have, but they just can't seem to get the right pieces to protect Watson. I love DeAndre Hopkins. I really like him.
Yeah, he's nasty.
But, God, you draft this guy number 1 assuming he's going to be your long-term guy, and then you trade him for nothing.
Seattle's a hot commodity, dude.
Fuck.
The fucking rainy state. Those games are so crazy. Like,
I've never
if
been
I was
to
a
a
player,
game.
that environment is just so rowdy. The fans, pretty fucking ruthless. But that's the fun part that I think, like, going to a football game, like, shit's going down. You're not going to, like, cricket or croquet game where you're, like, fucking golf. Like you're going to be in there and fucking shit's going to get wild. People are drinking beers. You're talking shit. Like,
yeah, those fans are
That's
ruthless.
the fun thing about it.
Those fans are ruthless. There is something to be said about Seattle fans. When they started getting good again, that's when they've said, oh, all the Seattle fans have come out. When they started winning games, a lot of, maybe not diehard, but like newer fans, you ask them who the quarterback was before Russell Wilson, and they probably don't even think Seattle existed before that.
Yeah, they were kind of in the shithole for a little bit.
Yeah.
But they're one of those original teams, I feel like, right? Aren't they? They've been around for a long time.
They've been around for a while. They aren't like...
They're like an original 6.
Yeah, well, that's... Yeah, they're not like the originals, not like, the Jets and shit like that. But, no, Seattle, I mean, they got a pretty good history about them. I really like Russell Wilson. I don't like Seattle a ton, but I like Russell Wilson a lot.
Their running game looks really good, though. Their running backs are stacked.
Their running backs are good.
And they're young.
They are young. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Clowney can do with Seattle. I mean, that's, again, Seattle probably was joking when they offered him, and Houston just said, yep, we'll take it. Jacob Martin, Barkevius Mingo, 3rd-round pick. Don't say anything more. We'll do it.
It's like the trade I made last night in NFL 2018.
What was it?
I fucking gave up. Who was my quarterback for the Bills?
I thought it was Dobbs, right?
No, I got rid of him. I got rid of him last season. Who's the quarterback for the Bills? I can't remember his name.
Right now?
Yeah.
Josh Allen.
No, before that.
Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor. I got rid of him and a 2nd-round draft pick, and I got 3 first-round draft picks. And Tyrod Taylor's was like, he's like 34, 33 in my game.
There you go.
So then I got the 2nd-round pick, won the Super Bowl, got the 2nd-round pick, got a sick quarterback.
You in the Super Bowl with the Bills?
Fucking right. In the snow.
Difficult. Are you playing on rookie?
Fuck, I put that bitch on all-star. Superstar. Just
good.
Just good with the sticks, eh?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited to see how Clowney does in Seattle. I think that's an intriguing move. A little bit more on the NFL. There have been, today is the last day that you can make your NFL cuts. You got to get down to the 52. A couple of the notable cuts. Not going to jump too much into them. The Bills cut LaShawn McCoy, which was a shocker to me. Kind of getting up there in age. Maybe the price tag a little too high. They have a guy in there that they think can kind of replicate that same success. Plus, they got Frank Gore. So we'll see. The Raiders cut Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, which he's a pretty solid guy. He makes the right reads. He's a good tackler. I don't understand that one 100%. Denver cut, I'm going to try to say this without butchering it. Su'a Cravens was a safety, played for the Redskins. was kind of a surprising cut as well. New England traded their second-round draft pick, Duke Dawson, to Denver for a sixth-round draft pick. New England also gave up a seventh. Washington is moving on from Josh Dotson. They're either going to trade him, which no one has. Maybe they should trade him to Houston. I mean, Houston will pretty much give
anybody.
up. Yeah, fuck me. They'll give anything up.
I'll go play for Houston.
As for J.J. Watt, maybe Houston will say, yeah, Josh Dotson for J.J. Watt. We'll make it work, because clearly Houston doesn't know what they're doing. And then the Chargers are going to cut Cardale Jones, who was the Ohio State quarterback, the third-string guy that won the national championship for them. And Ohio State kind of came out of nowhere, so he'll find a place soon. He had pretty good preseason. But, yeah, those are notable ones. There might have been more since I wrote this, but I don't know. So, yeah. We'll see. Those guys should all find homes, minus Josh Dotson, maybe. Duke Dawson's already at a new place, but
McCoy's good.
McCoy's good. He's at this point, you probably give him a 1-year deal, maybe in like the 5.56 mil range. Maybe Houston, actually, just because Lamar Miller's out with an ACL injury for the year. So maybe Houston gives him a call. We'll see. Brian Hoyer actually got cut, too, from New England. I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts come calling just because they need a backup for Brissett. So we shall see. So
Brissett's pretty good, though, right?
He's pretty good.
I see him play,
like him.
He's good.
He's a good improviser. He doesn't have...
I feel like he's smart.
He is smart. He doesn't have, like, crazy arm strength, but he'll make the throws he needs to make. Plus, he's athletic and he can run. So, I mean, he's not Luck, obviously, but, I mean, no, he's not a bad player. He can actually play. If he plays really well this year, I wouldn't be surprised if either the Colts or another team offer him a rather large contract. Because, I mean, for what? He's more than a game manager, but he's not like a 30-touchdown guy.
No.
But he'll probably give you 20, 21 with 5-6 picks, maybe 7, and probably like 300-400 rushing yards. So, I mean,
yeah, I think he's just solid.
Yeah,
not too high, nothing low. He won't make too many stupid decisions.
No,
but he, might not make that play that Luck would make, or one of the superstars quarterback,
right?
Like Russell Wilson.
He won't lose you a game.
No.
But he also, if you put the whole game on his back, oof, you're kind of playing with fire, in my opinion. We'll see. I mean, we'll see how he does this year. But I like Brissett. I liked him a lot. They actually, when they traded him to the Colts for Philip Dorsett, New England and Indianapolis, I was a little shocked. But it ended up working out for both teams pretty well. So, yeah, we'll see how Brissett does. But, yeah,
I think he'll do. I think the good thing will be I don't think there's going to be super high expectations either. So it's kind of like there's pressure, but there's not. You kind of go out there and do your thing, not have this huge spotlight on you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we'll see.
They're all pissed at Luck, so.
A lot of players came in defense of him, actually.
Oh, yeah.
T.Y. Hilton dedicated a season to him. J.J. Watt has come out and given him, like a little nice, hey, good playing against you kind of thing. A lot of players have given him props, and it's a tough decision. Again, like we talked about, it's probably the hardest decision you make as a professional athlete, but I respect him for it.
Fuck yeah. Retiring?
29. I got 4 years to go.
Yeah, I'll be retired in about 2 years.
Yeah.
I'll figure something out.
A quarterback that's not retiring is Dak Prescott. He has still not agreed to a contract extension with the Cowboys. It was reported he turned down $30 million a year. He's wanting, last time I checked, $34 to $40 million a year, which would put him at the top.
Nope.
I don't care for Dak. I've never liked him. He's a good person. He's not a not a $30 million quarterback, let alone a 40.
Go prove something. Go win a Super Bowl and then fucking ask for $40 million a year.
Well, Zeke is close to signing an extension with Dallas. They want to finish that up this weekend. And it's any normal sport fan can tell you when Zeke plays well, Dak plays well. When Zeke plays, Dak plays better. When Zeke only played 10 games, they went 9-7. Prescott threw 22 touchdowns with 13 picks. Zeke played last year 15 games. Prescott threw 22 touchdowns and 8 picks. They went 10-6. I mean, the writing's on the wall. When Zeke doesn't play, Dak sucks. I mean, he sucks anyways, I think.
I'm not a huge fan. I really like Zeke a lot.
I like Ezekiel Elliott a ton. He deserves the contract he's going to get because he is a workhorse. God.
They have the team to win, I feel like, Dallas. In a sense.
Maybe.
They're pretty dangerous.
It depends on this guy, on Dak.
I know, and I think that's why what he's asking for is just outrageous.
It's stupid.
Because if he was wanting this much money,
right,
I believe he'd have to do something.
Right.
Get to the Super Bowl. Do something.
Well, that's the thing. He can't throw the ball downfield more than 40 yards.
In a fucking dome, eh? Not even outside.
He just does not live. He's not a $40 million guy. He's not a $30 million guy. At this point, if he continues to do what he's doing and not signing extensions, if he wants to hold out, let him hold out. I don't care. If I'm Jerry Jones, God forbid, I'm glad I'm not. But I would trade him. Honestly.
For what?
I would wait till the draft, and I would trade him. I'd trade him for a first-round draft pick, and I would either draft Tua or I would draft Herbert. I would draft a quarterback that has more talent, because I think Tua and Herbert have more talent than Dak Prescott does now. I would trade him. I'd say, fuck it, you're gone. Go to someone that'll pay you that stupid amount of money, because there's some stupid-ass team that'll come out and say, hey, we'll give you $38 million a year to have you throw 20 touchdowns and 14 interceptions and lead us to 8-8 record every year. We'll do it.
Yeah.
Dallas, I think Dallas is... I hate Dallas. I've never been a fan of Dallas. But at least they're not that dumb to say, hey, yeah, game manager, we'll give you $40 million a year. He's not worth it.
What quarterbacks are getting 30 to 40
at this point
this year?
Matt Ryan's right up there. I think Russell Wilson's up there too with that last extension. Aaron Rodgers is right up there. Carson Wentz, maybe. I haven't looked at it. I know he just signed a big extension.
But those three quarterbacks have proved something. They've won.
Yeah, people are saying Dak Prescott is better than Carson Wentz.
If you're a winner, you go out and win. I don't care how good you are.
Yeah.
If you go out and win and you have that in you, like, not everybody's a winner. Everybody, like, there's good players.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, Russell Wilson, he's a winner. He doesn't care. He'll go out and throw 5 picks in a game, but if he wins, he's like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You know, he'll make that 2-minute drive down the field in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Dak, I don't, you know what I mean? That's like, you got to have like that cutthroat mentality.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going out there, I'm about to fucking win this game.
I've never been a fan of Dak Prescott. And I think it's just, God, it pisses me off, man. That guy, he's coming out here and he's turning down $30 million a year. He's wanting $40 a year, $34.
What's the difference between $30 million and $40 million? Realistically, what the fuck are you going to get with $40 million that you can't get with $30? I'd imagine
there's something, but I mean, I don't know. I've never had more than $5,000 in my bank account, so I can't tell you what the difference between the two is. And I got
everything I need, I guess.
Right. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't think if I'm Dallas, which they won't do, but if I'm Dallas, I'm giving him, I'll give you 15 a year. I'll give you 15 a year. I'll give you some incentives. You meet those incentives, that'll bump it up to 20.
I'd say go win a fucking Super Bowl and prove
Yeah.
that you're a $30-40 million guy.
Well, the next guy that's going to get the fat old extension, probably the biggest contract in the history of the NFL, is going to be Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he's good.
He didn't win a Super Bowl yet.
But
he threw 50 touchdowns last year.
And he was...
I mean, look at this. 22 touchdowns in one season, 22 in another. Mahomes is almost up to that in one season. It took 2 seasons for you to throw that many touchdowns? And Mahomes is up there in one?
See, I feel like they didn't win it last year, but he's shown them, like, he did everything he could.
Yeah.
You're going against Tom Brady, though.
Yeah.
Unless Tom Brady, he's a winner. People talk shit about him.
Yeah.
He knows how to win.
Cutthroat, man.
I don't care how old you are. If you know how to win and you have that, I'm going out there, I'm going to win this game.
Yeah.
I will take that over the athletic kid who, might not have just that killer instinct and step on their throat.
Right.
And say, fuck all y'all.
Yeah, I don't think. I would pay Zeke, which it looks like they're going to do. I would pay him first. I wouldn't pay Amari Cooper because, it kind of goes hand in hand with Prescott. They just paid Jalen Smith, got a nice extension, which for anyone that doesn't know, the guy absolutely obliterated his knee at Notre Dame. Was supposed to be a first-round pick, probably top 10. They projected him to go probably 4th or 5th, I think. Dallas swooped him up, rehabbed him outstanding. They did a great job of rehabbing that knee, and he went out and balled. That guy kept his head up, and he went out and fucking did it. And look at the extension he got. It's well-deserved. But Dak doesn't deserve it.
Who's their backup? I don't even know.
Who is their backup? It was Kellen Moore, but now he's our offensive coordinator. I don't actually know who their backup is. I don't pay much attention to Dallas. I pay attention to... I just don't... I hate Jerry Jones. I don't like Jason Garrett.
I hated Tony Romo. I like him as like an announcer
He's a great
or whatever. Commentator. But watching him play football, I just wasn't a fan. He was like a poor man.
Him.
I think he was a poor man's Brett Favre.
Oh, exactly. I was iffy on him. He made some really good plays, but
he made a lot of fucking shitty plays.
Some dumb plays too. I remember they were playing Seattle in the wild card, and he bobbled that snap
into the end zone, right?
Yeah, Dallas was going to kick a field goal and I think take either the lead or the win. And Romo bobbled it, picked it up, and tried to run and got tackled, and they ended up losing the game. I think that was like 06.
It was a while ago. I remember that, though.
But I was iffy on it. I liked him. He had that Favre style, like gunslinger, keeps plays alive, but you also throw a lot of interceptions that way, which he did. Favre.
I love Favre.
For example, has the most interceptions in the history of the NFL. Tony Romo played a lot like him, and they're those kind of guys. They'll make huge plays, but they'll also make some really shitty plays. But Dak isn't any of them.
I think Favre, he knew how to win, though.
Oh, yeah.
He was just like...
He's gritty.
He's going to go out... from like stories that I know that you've heard, like him not being like the nicest teammate or like with Aaron Rodgers, like he's like, I'm not here to coach you.
Right.
But he's right. You know what I mean? I'm read things like he is a nice guy.
Oh yeah.
Like he's there to do his job.
Sure.
And he's a blue collar guy.
If you're getting ready to hang it up, I think you kind of mentor them.
Right.
But if you still think you can go, you look at them as competition, so you raise your game to another level. Favre was a winner. Romo wasn't bad. But like I said, Dak isn't. Romo, he's not. Favre, there are a handful of quarterbacks I would take over Dak Prescott. I would take some backups over Dak Prescott.
I loved I did like Carson Wentz a lot. I do.
Carson Wentz is a play. He's
I like
a baller,
him a lot.
man.
Who is the quarterback for Washington? Who I don't think he's
Kirk
there
Cousins.
anymore. Kirk Cousins. I like him a lot.
He's good. He's over in Minnesota now. He's really good.
I do.
I think he's okay.
But I think he's just steady.
Yeah.
I think he kind of has like that killer.
He's
look.
one of those.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't think he really had much help.
He's one of those stories, too. Washington kind of fucked with him a lot where they would never sign him to an extension. They kept franchise tagging him. He kept playing on 1-year deals. And then finally Minnesota came in and gave him that $84 million guaranteed contract. But no, Kirk Cousins, if you know exactly what you're going to get out of a quarterback, then that's fine.
Like Dak, you're gonna go 8-8.
You're gonna, you're not. Yeah. You're gonna, 10-6 when Zeke plays, but God forbid Zeke gets hurt or suspended. Dak's not the guy that's gonna lead you to wins, and it's gonna come down to a point where maybe they do put the game on his shoulders. Then we see what happens. We've seen it. They don't do well because Dak can't stretch the field, and he's just not a guy that I don't think teammates, I haven't heard any stories, but I don't think teammates really rally around him. I think he thinks he's better than he is. I think everyone else knows he's not as good as he thinks he is. Because he landed in a perfect situation with Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
It's not like Wilson, where he came in to Seattle and not only won the job, not that Dak didn't against Romo, but Wilson came in and won the job and has put up really good numbers since becoming the starting quarterback in Seattle, even when Lynch left. But the thing about Wilson that's different from Dak is Wilson has a really good arm, and Wilson can stretch the field, and he can make those throws, and he is a winner, and Dak is like a poor man's Russell Wilson.
Very.
Like 5 levels below Russell Wilson.
Did you see Russell Wilson on the last preseason game? He was calling the plays.
Yeah, offensive coordinator.
But he's like, that's how dedicated. He's a student of the. I mean, imagine, in a situation where, there's not that most time left, and like he's. I mean, I think he's a student. He knows what to call. He's going to read the defense. I mean, he's just. That's what you get. That's why you get paid $40 million a year.
Right, that's why they pay you. But that's the other thing too. A lot of these high, top 5, top 7 quarterbacks, a lot of offensive coordinators, they don't really need to call a ton of plays because you can have a quarterback come in like a Russell Wilson and look at, either a formation or, get an idea of how the defense is playing. You can just call your own plays.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, I remember Peyton Manning used to run the play clock down to like 2-3 seconds because the guy was audibling everybody for like 15 seconds.
What was his classic yell?
Omaha.
I was like, dude, I could fucking hear you all the way from the clearly through the speakers on the TV.
Right.
I did like Peyton Manning. I know I was talking shit about him, but I did. He's a Hall of Fame guy for sure.
Oh, yeah, first ballot.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
I feel like, dude, our era, like Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm. We've been
Peyton
pretty lucky.
Manning. Do you think Russell Wilson will go to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I think so.
How old is he? Is he kind of young?
He's
he's not
approaching
young,
30.
Yeah, he's still got...
But and now the upcoming talent, I talked about this a couple shows ago between like Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes and Carson Wentz and Deshaun Watson. We're getting spoiled with upcoming talent too, and you're going to have 10 quarterbacks that are just amazing.
They're athletes.
And that's the way it's played now. Most quarterbacks, most young guys are pretty versatile.
Which I think is nice in this era.
Danny Etling plays for the Falcons, was with New England. He was a quarterback. New England was lining him up at wide receiver this preseason or training camp. And that's kind of what you get. But
everybody can go. Those big guys are fast. They're faster than me, and they weigh 300 pounds.
Yeah, they're very athletic. They're extremely athletic. So, Yeah, we'll see. Again, I would tell Dak to fuck off at that point. You want $40 million a year.
Go fucking win a Super Bowl, bud, and then fucking come ask for it.
Yeah.
That's what I would tell him.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We're going to switch topics here. Last topic of the day. One of my favorite players growing up, Carmelo Anthony, he's been just screwed over, man. No one wants to sign him. I don't know what it is. A lot of people attribute it to his attitude or saying, John T. Billups said it, Melo could score 50 points and lose and be mad, or he could score 25 and win and he'd be 50 points and win and he'd be happy, or 25 and lose, or something like that. He wanted more points than wins, I guess, is what Chauncey Billups was saying. I'm getting tongue-tied. But it came out that Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant are actually trying to recruit the GM of the Nets to sign Carmelo Anthony, which would be awesome. That'd be a good move for them. The Lakers are in the mix. I read something about the 76ers being up there. I think Melo deserves an opportunity to play. I think he's not a starting guy anymore, I don't think. He's not the same Carmelo where when he was in New York playing for the Knicks or the Nuggets, where he could just unload like 50 points on you in a hurry. He's not that kind of player anymore. But I think he's a guy, you give him, 20 minutes off the bench, he can give you, 15 points a game. I don't know why teams are shying away from signing him, but I'm really hoping that the Nets sign him, or the Lakers to play with LeBron, which would be cool, same draft class. I wanted Portland to sign him or trade for him when he was getting traded away from the Knicks before he got traded to the Thunder. But I think Melo's getting fucked over. I don't know why teams don't like him. I loved Carmelo Anthony. That was my guy growing up, playing for the Nuggets, even though I lived in Oregon.
Didn't you have his high school jersey?
Yeah. I have his Oak Hill jersey.
And I had a pair of my first pair of basketball shoes were the Melos.
Yeah.
They're like those they weren't like high tops, but they're like, they were high tops. Those things were balling back in the day.
Yeah, I have his Oak Hill jersey.
But hopefully he's not as selfish as they're saying he is.
I hope
you
not.
don't want that guy. You don't want that just kind of player. It doesn't matter if it's Melo or
right.
a bench guy. You don't want winning's winning. Who gives a fuck?
No,
you get 50 points or you get 15 points. You win.
Yeah. Well, that's what Billups was saying is he could score 25 and they lose, and he
could score 50 and lose.
Yeah, and he's upset.
And he's happy. Or not upset.
No, he's upset. That's what Billups was saying. He could score 50 and we could lose, and he's upset.
Or he could score 20 and win, and he's happy.
No, he's more upset. Oh. Or I'm sorry, okay. I'm getting tongue-tied here. He could score 50 and lose, and he's happy.
Yeah.
But if you score 25 and win, he was upset. That's what Billups was saying.
That makes sense.
Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied there. That's a weird kind of thing.
Yeah, it's hard to put it all in the words.
Put two to two together.
It's really easy to get confused.
But I think what Melo's thing was, and Houston was kind of an experiment. Then they ended up putting him on, he had an undisclosed injury or a weird injury, and they were saying, he wanted to play more, and Melo was saying he'd accept any role. I just want someone to sign him.
Yeah, he's a good player.
I still think he can. Like I said, it's amazing that LeBron has been able to continue to do what he has done, getting drafted in 2003. To kind of put in perspective, Dwayne Wade's retired. Chris Bosh is retired. Carmelo doesn't have a team to play for yet, hopefully. LeBron, same draft class, is averaging almost a triple-double a season still.
Yeah, he's going forever.
He's going to go forever. So to kind of put in perspective, it's kind of different. Melo's not the same guy when, he was going play for play with LeBron. But I hope he gets a team to give him a shot, just because some players, at his age come off the bench, they stay fresh, and, they contribute like a sixth man of the year. So we'll see. I like Melo, though.
Yeah, he was one of those guys, or when we were kids growing up, he was one of those main.
He was a killer.
Yeah, I mean, he was nasty.
He was a killer. I mean, when
he played for Denver, he was nasty.
Yeah, he played for Denver. He was amazing. Went to the Knicks. I remember watching a Christmas game when he was playing with the Knicks. The guy couldn't miss. He was just pulling up, 3, just making everything. And that's what I appreciated about him. He's never as overall good as LeBron or all around good. But in their prime, I think Melo was a much better scorer just because his jump shot was better.
I think LeBron works and worked.
Yeah.
I don't know about Melo, obviously, that much.
He was chunky, man.
I know. And LeBron, I feel like, dude, he's always
fat.
grinding.
Yeah.
And that's why he's still doing what he's doing. I feel like he's just, doing all the little things behind the scenes that not everybody sees.
Yeah.
Is what keeps you.
I read his diet costs like $200,000 a year to maintain like his percentage of, body fat. And must be nice.
$200,000's like $2.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
So again, yeah, I hope Melo gets signed. It'd be really cool for him to go to Brooklyn. He is a New York guy, played at Syracuse. It'd be fun. I mean, he played for the Knicks. It'd be cool if he suited up for the Nets, especially because he has an opportunity to win. Durant's not playing this year, I don't think, because of that Achilles, but Kyrie is. They got DeAndre Jordan. They got some, depth pieces, Karis LeVert. They got players. So I think Melo would get an opportunity to win. If he went to the Lakers, I think there's, obviously that opportunity with LeBron and AD.
That'd be so crazy.
But yeah, let's if you guys ever listen to this, sign Melo. Tell him Ryan sent him. He'll understand.
Tell him our podcast.
Yep, Over the Line Sports.
Your podcast. My bad.
It could be ours.
But hey, I don't know. The Blazers are gonna be good this year.
The West is gonna be deep.
Yeah.
I'll take any help they can get. The West will be deep. Portland is gonna be one of those years where you win 46 games and you miss the playoffs because teams are just crazy. So,
but hey,
we'll see.
But hey, you play against the best teams all season too.
Yep.
So I mean, honestly, you're setting if everything plays out right, you're setting yourself up. Like,
yeah,
you definitely have a chance to take it for a run.
I think Portland, they can make
so
noise.
Cool.
That'd be cool, especially with Carmelo coming off the bench. I don't think it probably won't happen, but one can dream. My girlfriend loves him too. One can dream, but so.
You think the Lakers will be?
Yeah, they'll be good.
I mean, you can only have so many
LeBron,
superstars and not be good.
Anthony Davis. I believe, they signed Dwight Howard. They're doing a buyout. Dwight Howard's going to sign with them. DeMarcus Cousins has a warrant out for his wrist, so I don't know where he'll end up, but that would be cool, especially DeMarcus. I love DeMarcus Cousins.
He's a character.
I didn't hear the audio tape, but I'm hoping that gets resolved. I mean, if he's threatening to shoot your fiance, then probably not the best thing to do. But
probably shouldn't say that.
We'll see. Like I said, he has a warrant, so we shall see. But yeah, I think Melo will play this year. I'm assuming it'll be for the Nets, if anyone, but we shall see. So, anything else you want to hit on?
No, that's about it. I think we hit everything pretty well, honestly.
Beautiful.
Time to drink some beers and watch some college football.
Yes, sir. Ducks game on at 4:30.
Let's go Ducks, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's definitely the best game of the day.
Oh yeah.
Like not even a question.
It's going to be a good one. I got some queso. We got some pretzels.
We got some ribs.
Beer. Some ribs.
We got a pool.
Got a pool.
Anyone come over.
Cornhole.
Pool party, football party, barbecue party.
We're going. So thanks everybody for listening. Please like, subscribe, comment, and we'll be back in a couple weeks. Take care.
All right.